Can I have everyone's attention, please? Well, it's been a great ride, but Catherine's moving back home and taking over. Guys, meet your new boss.
You gotta be kidding me. I have underwear older than her.
I don't want to fire anyone, but I'm gonna do what I have to do to win.
She can't fire us all. We're a family.
All right, Kevin, you star as a crew chief of a NASCAR team. You're also one of the executive producers. How much did you know about being a crew chief before this?
Not very much at all. So much that I had to actually adopt a real crew chief by the name of Tony Gibson. He took me under his wing, and he brought me to a couple of races and taught me a bunch of stuff. And yeah, I had no idea. I mean, NASCAR is such a deep sport that you have no idea how many levels there are, and to what it takes to run a team blew my mind. So I'm still learning, but I'm able to portray it, at least in the show.
Yeah, I was a sportscaster before, and going to my first NASCAR race, you get a whole new appreciation for the crew, for the drivers, how loud it is. And I know there's actually going to be real footage from NASCAR races in the show. Yes,
there is, because NASCAR is part of it, which, they're all in on it, which made the biggest difference of all, because if you don't have them, it's so hard. But they've been unbelievable. They give us cars, they give us tools, they give us professional drivers, they give us Ryan Blaney, Cole Custer, Austin Dillon. So we've been fortunate enough to get everything we need from NASCAR, the sponsors. We had a fake sponsor in the show, Fake Steak it was called, and they actually put it on a car and ran it in a real race, which was amazing. So NASCAR's been unbelievable.
Right. So people are going to learn a lot about NASCAR, but obviously there's a lot more to this show than just NASCAR. Give us the premise.
Without a doubt, it's really a workplace comedy, when it comes down to it, because that's what it's like, The Office or anything else. It's about these relationships with these people that work together in the day-to-day of trying to get this race team to compete and be the best. And during a takeover, there's kind of a takeover. My boss is retiring. He's kind of stepping down, and he wants his daughter to take over the team. And she's young, and she doesn't know too much about racing, but she's up on the new technology and stuff like that. And so it's kind of like fading out the old dog, but the old dog's got really some experience and knows what he's talking about. So it's a battle of, sometimes you got to give way to the new, and sometimes, gut feeling and the old works.
Right. Definitely a family show. Now, do they let you drive the car?
I have not driven a car yet, but if we get a second season, I am definitely going driving.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, when it comes to people, obviously they know you from King of Queens. We know you from Hitch. We know you from so many films. What's it like going back to another sitcom style show?
I love it. I love the format. It's a comfort for me. And I know, I hope as an audience member, it feels a comfort, where they can kind of get together and you have that sitcom feeling in a good way. And this is kind of more of a hybrid too, where we go out and we do shoot stuff like a film sometimes and add that into the show as well. So it's unique to anything I've done. It's like, it's just been really a really cool setting, and an amazing cast, by the way, too, which for me is the key. The chemistry with these guys is phenomenal.
And I was reading about you, and a lot of people think that celebrities are overnight successes, but you actually paid your dues, and it was really a grind for you. And then, obviously you've had a lot of success, but this did not happen overnight for you.
No, it's always a grind. The grind is good, though. You got to keep working and keep the tools sharp. So I love it. I love the process. So I hope to be doing it the rest of my life.
Yeah. Will stand-up always be your first love, or is now acting your first love?
It really is. I mean, and it's got its own spot for me, stand-up, because it's where I started, and it's also contributed to me getting everything else. So it's something I've always done, throughout until now. COVID has kind of hurt it a little bit, where you can't get out and do it as much. But there's something about performing in front of a live audience, which the sitcom also gives me, where you get that live reaction from an audience that it's just irreplaceable.
Yeah, so now you're playing a NASCAR crew chief. We've seen you as a mall cop. We've seen you need some dating advice. Do you have a favorite character that you've played, or are they all kind of special?
They're all, you know, they all have elements that I like about them. They really do. And you know, this one now is probably my favorite because it's the newest to me, and I love it. I'm in it right now, and getting to work with, like I said, talented young people, man, that are so good that it just makes my job easy.
When someone meets you, Kevin, what's the first thing they typically say?
Extremely sexy. I don't get, you know, and I don't know, but I elude it. I guess it just comes out somehow.
You know, I was thinking it. I didn't want to say it.
Yeah, it's all right, you know. But yeah, thank you, Ryan.
I got a couple more quick random questions for you. All right, are you ready? 5 quick questions.
Sure.
Here we go. How many speeding tickets do you have?
I've gotten a few back in the day. I haven't gotten so many lately because I've really, you know, once you have kids, you slow it down.
All right, what was your first car?
A Ford Pinto, station wagon, paneling on the sides. You heard me.
What color?
Brown.
Oh, I had a 62 Cadillac that was beat up too.
Well, that sounds much cooler than mine.
First thing that you splurged on when you made it?
I bought a car. I bought a car, a Jeep Cherokee, I remember.
Oh, you didn't buy the Pinto back?
No, I should have done it and restored it. It would have been better.
Better race car movie, Days of Thunder or Talladega Nights?
Different cups of soup. I like Talladega. Days of Thunder's not bad too. Either one is good.
Okay, and finally, look into my eyes. I'm looking at you. You're a sexy man.
Yes.
What song am I thinking of that has to do with a car? A famous song. It's an old song. It's written on this paper.
I can't see the paper, Ryan. I have no idea.
Lowrider. I was going with Lowrider by War.
Lowrider. Is that a car?
Yeah, that's a car.
Yeah, I guess it is. Yes.
Kevin James, thank you so much, my man.
Ryan, you're the best. Thank you, pal.
All right.